Okay, first I want to make an argument that this is, in fact, my icebreaker speech. If any of you know me, you've probably inundated with some of my ideas about learning and development. And so, if you know me, you know this is important to me. My topic is knowledge is power. I also think it's really important to the founding fathers of the United States, knowledge is power was important to them. On the Great Seal of the United States, they put the all-seeing eye, or in Latin, to invoke the spirit of it, sectia potentia est. I'd love to go into that more, but we'll keep moving on. I wanted to illustrate some of these ideas and frame it in the idea of the challenges that a sales rep meets in one day. I also like to keep this broad enough to mean any information worker in a day may run into these type of challenges. 4 of them that we'll list. Come in the morning, learn that a new account has been transitioned to me. The team before had some challenges with the account and it's a little bit at risk. Good thing is I inherit a large quota with this account. However, if we fail to deliver and win business for them, I will be crushed by this large quota we receive from this account. It's not a bad thing, this is a challenge. Next, I learned that in the next week I have some upcoming sales training. I can reflect back on some past sales training events, and I have some apprehensions about this coming up. Another challenge, number 2. Third, I understand that the end of the year is coming up, and I have a performance review at the end of the year, or at HP we call a focal point review. Past ones have been rather one direction and railroaded a bit by my manager. I have some apprehensions about this upcoming event. Fourth, the night before, I spent 2 extra hours after work updating opportunities in Salesforce, got home late, chewed out by my wife just a little bit about not spending some quality time with my family, and I have some concerns or challenges about work-life balance. If these challenges are not turned into opportunities or moments of success, they become overwhelming and you can have a sense of being lost, which lead to underperforming on your quota and your goals at work, burnout and turnover, which costs the company, being unmotivated and cynical, which drags down yourself and your teammates, related to teammates as well. You may be unwilling or unable to help others. And I think helping others is a big part of who we are and who HP is. Doesn't need to be that way. We can turn these into successful moments. What we need is more knowledge. But curating knowledge costs time to curate it, study it, maintain it. What we need is compressed knowledge. And we need it at the point of need, when we need it, not a week later, not when annual sales training comes. Not to say that annual sales training is a good thing, but we need knowledge at the point we need it. So HP is partnered with Get Abstract, which is compressed knowledge. This is a platform of over 10,000 business books that have been summarized into just 5 pages. And so you could call it a summary, but more accurately, it's an abstract. And to kind of take a look at how we can use this as we look at the challenges we face in a day, this is the landing page when you use your single sign-on from an HP network. Here you see that many topics are aligned with key attributes at Hewlett-Packard. You also have many book suggestions as you enter. Thinking about our challenges, we do a quick search, thinking about our client and the lack of trust or the trust we hope to gain with this new client. We do a search on the word trust, and we find a Stephen M.R. Covey book called Speed of Trust. We quickly read here what to do when trust is broken. That's why we choose to start investigating this one. We quickly come into the 5-page summary and see some key things. The rating system that's here, and overall rating is 8. Applicability is 9. I need something I can apply and use today. So we come in here and we read in this 10 immediate takeaways that there are 13 behaviors that we can use to establish trust. We dive into the body of it, and being an applicable abstract, here is a list of things that we can do today to start building trust. Furthermore, we think about the upcoming sales training. Some of it's going to be based on the Challenger model. And instead of going to training and be kind of anchored as a spectator based on the amount of caffeine we had, we'd actually like to show up, have some ideas about our customer stories in our head, and be able to contribute to that event. We open up the Challenger Cell, which is 5 pages. I recommend everybody reads this full book. It's my favorite book. I've read it twice. We come in here, we learn about the different types of sales workers and their attributes. We start considering what we thought we were and then realizing the type of activities we've enjoyed the most before, and maybe we decide that we are a challenger. You can then come in here and read a list of things you can do to be a challenger for your client. You search different topics on each of these challenges, the 4 challenges that we had. You find resolutions to each of these, something that can be done at the end of the last hour of your day. At the end of the day, we get ready to head home. I download on my mobile app the Get Abstract, and I listen to an abstract called For Better for Work, where I learn a bit more about my work-life priorities, go home to my smoking hot wife and say, yes, you're right, we need to take that vacation as a family. And all 4 of my challenges have now turned into successes using this tool. Thank you very much.